Good morning. So, today, a time tested book that can help you create mastery, help you become the very best leader possible. You will be able to improve your team, your relationships, and your station in life. Today, on essential leadership skills for the nonprofit organization Live.
This is a Touchstone Publishers presentation, your trusted source of leadership knowledge.
And good morning, everybody, and welcome. Glenn Daniels here with you today. I want to thank you very much for taking some time to speak with us today. We're going to have a great day of wrapping up the 7 habits of highly effective people. This is a powerful, good book. If you haven't read it, it's written by Stephen Covey back in the early 80s. Again, the 7 habits of highly effective people. Please tune in. Please go get the book and read the book. You will enjoy it greatly. So, we're on the last 2 habits, habit number 6 and habit number 7. Let's first, of course, start off with number 6. Habit number 6, synergy. Misspelled on the screen, but it's synergy. What is synergy? Well, synergy is your ability to create thoughts with others. This is what Napoleon Hill referred to as your mastermind alliance. When you create synergy with others, you create a powerful stepping stone in your career. I'm going to suggest that as you create this synergy, this mastermind alliance, that you find ways to do this with people who are not in your industry, who are not part of your industry. I'm involved with a group that meets on Wednesday evenings. No one in that group is in my industry, but I have people who work for the state. I have people who work for real estate. I have people who own and operate trucking companies. They're all part of this group. And what I find is that that synergy creates pure power. Okay, because it kind of forces me out of my comfort zone to listen to what someone is in a completely different field. And it used to be, I would say, well, you're in a completely different field. You don't understand the restraints that I have. But what I discovered is this truth: one and one equals success, or one and one equals 11. Does not equal two. Put a one and a one together. That's 11. That's times the power. So when I create this synergy with more than just myself, but I have maybe two, three, four, five other people, we have the synergy created from a mastermind alliance or just from a mentorship relationship. When I have that synergy developed, there's surely power. Surely power. Now, Stephen Covey will tell you that without a doubt, you have to leave your comfort zone. In order to do this, you have to get out of your comfort zone. My comfort zone is probably with other publishers and other speakers. That's my comfort zone. We all understand each other's business. But that's where you have to break free of this. You have to get out of your comfort zone, out of your base camp. And you have to start creating new and unknown alliances with new people, new industries that you know nothing about. Create some powerful synergy. Now, it's not just in that area. We're talking about synergy and for your um, business, but you can create synergy in your personal relationships. If you get out of your comfort zone and truly listen to that significant other, they have a different experience than what you have. They grew up differently. Your twin brother, you guys think alike. You think alike, you see alike, but you both have come up with different interpretations. So think about your spouse who's grown up with you, separate from you, has had separate experiences, and yours. Now it's a melding of two minds together. One and one equals 11. So synergy does not only apply to your career, it applies to your personal life. Hey, who do you play tennis with or racquetball with matters. The people you spend time with matters, especially if they're outside of your comfort zone, outside of your base camp. Synergy, ladies and gentlemen, is a very powerful concept when it comes to the 7 habits of highly effective people. Create synergy. Again, I suggest you create synergy outside of your industry, outside of your norms. Get out of your base camp and go for it. Then let's talk about the secret of all secrets. the secret of all secrets. This is a habit that can change everything for you. It can change everything for you. You can live the quote of Abraham Lincoln: I will prepare, and someday my chance will come. I will prepare, and someday my chance will come. What is that secret? Sharpen the saw. Yeah, I'm screaming that at you. Sharpen the saw. Okay. That means do more than what you have been doing. Get better than what you have been. Be more of a leader than what you have been. You have to look at this. You have to find times and find ways to sharpen your saw. Okay? There's several areas you got to look at, but you got to start thinking about sharpening your saw in a lot of areas. Okay, your physical. In this group I was talking about last night, we hit this idea of, if you're going to have the energy to make significant, powerful changes, you got to think about your physical body. What are you feeding it? Are you exercising it properly? What are you doing? You got to think about that. By the way, you'll never hear me give you advice about what you should do physically because you already know what you need to do. Period. That's thin line. You already know what you need to do. But physically, sharpen your saw. If you want to remind yourself of something, go get some books and read about it. But you already know. Spiritually, no matter what your spiritual bent is, spend more time sharpening your saw in your area. Okay? It doesn't matter. You believe in this faith or that faith, sharpen the saw and learn more about it. See, here's the whole thing about sharpening your saw. It goes back to a great attitude. You must always go the extra mile or two. Okay? This applies to everything. Okay? Always go the extra mile or two to get better. Whenever you say that's good enough, then I'm not going to know that it is not good enough. Learn more, do more, be more. Mentally, you know what you can do? Find quiet time. Some people call this meditation. Some people call this prayer. Some people call it just blanking out. Okay. Whatever it is, find some quiet time so your mind has a chance to vibrate and pick up more issues and more knowledge and more concerns and better operating. Find some quiet time. That's how you're going to improve your mental aspect. Emotionally, start to identify your emotions and when they come up. A wonderful exercise to say, okay, when am I the strongest? When am I physically the strongest? What time of day is that? Is that from 6 in the morning till 8 in the morning? Or maybe for some it's in the afternoon. You need to identify when, when the strength is. And then you're going to identify when you feel the best emotionally. When do I feel the happiest? When do I feel the most optimistic? Identify those things, identify those times. Then start to understand, okay, from this time to that time, I'm going to be in a bad, grumpy mood. So maybe I don't want to interfere or jump into other people's business during that 3 or 4 hour window. Maybe I'll wait till I know I'm going to be in a better mood, better emotional state. Read better books. Read better books. If you want to build your emotional state, read better books. Here comes something you don't like, you're not going to like. Stop watching the news, especially the cable TV networks. All that's doing is putting an emotional strain on you. So my folks love that 10 o'clock news, at least they used to. They watch our 10 o'clock news, 10 to 10:30, watch that news. And I got to the point where I wouldn't watch it. But what I decided to do, if I'm going to watch it, because my ex-wife used to kind of force that issue, she thought that was family time for us to watch this bad news before we go to bed. So what I decided to start doing was just listening to the late night shows, just the monologue after the news, so I could get a little bit of emotional return to laughter. If the monologue was funny, I'd laugh and I'd feel better going to sleep. Okay. You don't really feel it right then, you feel it in the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, take care of your emotional self. In other videos, I talked about the one morning ritual that you can do, the one morning ritual that you can do that will allow you to feel better about yourself. Okay. And that's to simply say the word yes every single morning as your feet hit the floor. Say yes. I talk about this often, but it's the easiest habit you can form to create a great morning ritual. Say the word yes. Do not put any conditions on it. Just say yes every morning as your feet are hitting the floor. Huge difference in how you feel and how you behave. It's just that short, sweet, and simple. Okay, make a list this weekend. I want you to make a list today for this weekend of things you're going to do to sharpen your saw. Okay, I want you to get this. Okay, you're going to look at certain YouTube videos that's going to help you be better on Monday as a leader than what you were Thursday, Friday. Are you going to read a book? Okay. Or are you going to rest this weekend? Let the job go for a weekend. Allow your mind to do other things. Shovel the snow. Okay, just teasing. We just got about 34 inches of snow. Lots of fun to shovel that. But shovel the snow. Whatever you have to do, get your mind away from what you're doing over the weekend. Maybe that's what you have to do. Rest. Because without rest, you can't get better. It's just like when you're a weightlifter. If you're lifting weights 24 hours a day, you're not going to get stronger. You're only going to get weaker. You work on your upper body one day, maybe not come back to that upper body till a week later. Allow it to rest. You as a leader, that's how you can sharpen your saw. Also, so don't forget this, is to rest. Okay, so maybe it's rest. Maybe it's a book to read. Maybe it's getting additional exercise. Maybe it's watching some videos. Or maybe it's even enrolling in a workshop. By the way, workshop coming up. I don't know when. I'm just messing with you a little bit, just having some fun on the last day of production for us. Okay, so let's use some of our leadership skills and techniques so we can get places. I'm going to ask that you please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. We're just rebuilding this channel, not rebuilding, building this channel. So if you found this of interest, click the like button, of course, and then subscribe. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get better at this production. We're going to not have so many typos, but we're going to get better. We're going to have more fun and how we're going to produce this. So it says here, join us tomorrow, but it's join us on Monday. We're not here on Fridays, Monday through Thursday for essential leadership skills for the nonprofit organization. It's live. We do have some more TV shows getting produced and ready to come out, but this is a live broadcast for those of you in the nonprofit industry. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for taking the time to hang out with us today. I greatly enjoyed it. I think it's fantastic that you've taken the time this week to try to find a way to be better than what you have been. Hey, you guys have a great, great 3 days.